aspect of evolution is to understand that there are lesser emotions, lower emotions, animalistic emotions, and there are higher emotions, deeper emotions, human emotions. Since attitudes don't care where you shape them, one shape, they become your behavior. This thing called devotion. Devotion is what? 100% emotionally involved. That's what devoted is all about. There's no holding back. You're completely in. Devotion towards everything in life. Making lime juice, there must be devotion in it. Going to work, there must be devotion. Towards your own car, the seat, steering wheel. So, everything. It's such a beautiful trait that it need not be restricted to a role or one aspect of life. Giving your best emotions to everything in life. Best emotions. Choicest of emotions. Because there's no place for... What is one aspect of evolution? One aspect of evolution is to understand that there are lesser emotions, lower emotions, animalistic emotions, and there are higher emotions, deeper emotions, human emotions. And then there is that we have somehow held gratitude, love, devotion, surrender and faith as spiritual aspects. But I think it applies to everything in life. There is this Zen mystic. He went to a butcher shop and he asked the butcher, which is the best meat that you sell? Offer it to me. And the butcher, it seems, replied, if it's not the best, I will not sell. For me, this is devotion towards work. Any product that comes out of my brand cannot be secondary in nature, cannot be second rate. It will only be the best. In this case, he got enlightened. He said, if a butcher itself feels, if it's not the best, I will not sell, then will God ever create anything that's not the best? He got enlightened in that moment. It's just that some of us have realized we can be the best. Some of us have not yet realized we can be the best. But if a man will not sell anything but the best, I don't think the Creator is going to create anything which is second best. So we are all the best. Some of us have realized, some of us have not realized. He got enlightened. So I don't think gratitude, because our work is giving us everything. Love. What is love? To feel one with. You and your work are not two different things. You are your work. What is devotion? 100% of yourself into it. It has to start from you. Then one day we can percolate it into the entire organization. Why will you do anything if you cannot give your 100%? Anything for that matter. There cannot be anything partial about what you do. Have you ever seen me, whether it's HTV, whether it's Infinipath, whether it's a public program, whether it's a one-to-one interaction, or a hug, or the nth hug 8 hours later in a convention, have you ever seen me without intensity for a single moment? Because why at all do something if you cannot give your 100% to it? Then don't do it. Don't do it. It's okay. Surrender. In your presence I am not. We don't have to meditate to lose ourselves. We can lose ourselves to work. We can lose ourselves to anything that we do. And you should have first that faith in your brand. If it's not the best, it will not come from my brand. Then let's see how we can create that faith in the marketplace. The market should be able to say, they make us pay and feel proud of it. Okay. You want to buy a Mercedes Benz, you give your hard-earned 70 lakhs to it and you feel very proud of it. You spend 7 lakhs, 8 lakhs, 10 lakhs to buy a Rolex. You give your hard-earned money to it. They make you beg for it. They make you wait for 1 or 2 years for it. And finally, you feel proud you are wearing a Rolex. Actually, how do they build these brands? So, any one of you want to build a brand, first you should be able to develop that faith in your brand, that anything comes from my brand cannot be anything but the best. Then we have to cultivate this level of faith in our team. A team should also be able to, the last guy in the organization will be able to vouch, if it's come from my brand, then it could not have skipped the quality. It has to be the best. No, it could not have happened. In fact, an ad was released by a competitor. I don't know who the competitor was, but an ad was released by a competitor just to tell the market, why are you buying from IBM? It's too expensive. So just for that, one ad was created. A guy will be holding a plate and it will skip from his plate, it will fall and it will break. Immediately there will be a man at the door and he'll say, I'm glad what you dropped was not from IBM, because you would have paid a fortune for it. That's all the ad is. Within 1 week, IBM released a counter ad. Exactly same ad. Everything is same. A guy will drop the plate, it will break into pieces, there's a guy at the door, and the guy at the door will say, I'm glad that's not from IBM, because you would have paid a fortune for it. Up to this, the ad was repeated. Then a guy will just walk in and say, Sir, we are from IBM. If anything from us has gone wrong, we replace it with no questions asked. Here is the new plate. Okay. If you bought from IBM and if your buying decision has gone wrong, that's our responsibility. We'll replace it, no questions asked. So how do I create that level of faith within the organization where my entire team is able to vouch for the quality that will come out of the brand? And the third stage is, how do I get my customers to say the same thing about my brand? My customers should have that faith. If it has come from that brand, then it cannot fail. It has to be the best. So all these emotions, especially devotion, need not be restricted to a role. It should become you. Then let it radiate through every role of your life. If anything is the highest, we are not cultivating it in a role. We are cultivating it in the person. From now on, today's message for all of you is this. It's not that I want an efficient accounts department. I want efficiency in the organization. It's not that I want quality control of whatever we sell. I want quality control of everything that is there in the organization, including recruitment. Including the raw material that comes in. Because an organization that is quality control specific on finished product but not on raw material is dealing with a lot of wastage. Because a lot will get rejected. If I can bring quality control process right there in the whole thing, total quality control. Anything, enthusiasm. Not enthusiasm when I want to become enthusiastic. All these qualities should not become role specific. It has to become the enlivening force. It has to become you. Anything that we are talking. Same thing we need to percolate into the organization. The thing is, as far as stock control is concerned, that we want to implement some efficient technology. No. Organization should have an efficient. Everywhere it's like this. I want to become a loving husband. No, become loving. Not husband. I think one of the details. Become loving. I want to become confident in my work. No, become confident, not work, in everything. So any quality that any one of you from now onwards want to develop, either in you or in your product or in your organization, it's not going to become role specific, it has to become person specific. Let it radiate from there in all the other dimensions. From which petal of the flower is the fragrance coming? From the flower the fragrance comes. Doesn't matter which petal you touch, in everything, in which one of us. God did not choose that He will be in some of us. He chose to be in all of us. And that's why we feel so divine when we close our eyes. As His creation, this is how you will also be. anything that you consider is the highest state that you want to attain, it will not be role specific, it will not be activity specific, it will be person specific, and it will express itself in every aspect of our life.
Saya